Hi, everyone. I'm Ignasi. I work at Docker, and I'm here today to talk about how you can run HuggingFace models in Ollama using task containers. Before to start, how many of you know HuggingFace? Raise your hand. Okay, everybody, cool. How many of you know Ollama? Okay, almost everyone. And task containers? Okay, a few. Perfect. So, for those of you that don't know, task containers is an open source library that provides you programmatic access to your Docker containers. It's available in many languages. In my examples, I will use Java, but it's also available in Node.js, in Python, in Go. And task containers provides you programmatic access, so you can spin up your containers directly from your code. You can control the lifecycle of your containers directly from your code. No additional steps, no additional scripts. Very good, very convenient, developer experience, great. So let's have a look at the code that we have here. This is difficult. Let's do this. Okay, so here we have a task container. It's an Ollama container. And we are going to show how you can run a model using this. As you can see here, it's very easy to use task containers. You only need to specify the version of Ollama that you want to run, and then you only need to start the container. At this point, you will have a Docker container running Ollama inside. When you run Ollama, by default, it doesn't contain any model. You have to pull the model. You have to download the model. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. I execute this command in the container, Ollama pull Moondream. Moondream is a vision model, and then the model gets pulled. But this model is running in a container, which means that if the container dies, you will need to repeat this process. These models can be huge, so you don't want to do that. That's why we create an image at this point. So we create an image from this container, so subsequent runs will use this image. So you don't need to pull the model again, right? You will see in all my examples, I'm using exactly this same pattern. We define an image name, wherever you want, and we create an Ollama container from this image. As I said, first time that you try to run it, it will fail, because this image doesn't exist. And then we will create the image. We will call the function that we were looking at. And then we will start the container. So at this point, one way or another, we have an Ollama container running this model and ready to be used. So let's use it. I will run it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm using the Ollama REST API. This is a vision model. So I'm going to provide an image, and I'm going to ask to this model to please describe the image. And here we can see the answer. The image features a black and white illustration of a whale swimming on the ocean. And the image I'm providing is this one. Oh, this is difficult. Yeah, so you can see here the image, right? This is already very cool, but it can go better. Because recently, Ollama folks announced that you can run HuggingFace models inside Ollama. This is very cool, because in HuggingFace you have thousands of models. So let's see how you can do that. I have here another example. This is very similar. It's the same pattern that we saw before. We try to create a container. First time it will fail. Then we will create the image. And on subsequent runs, it will just use the image already created. And here we talk with this model. Everything looks almost the same, except for this part of here. When we want to use HuggingFace models, we have to specify which HuggingFace model do we want to use. And that's what I'm doing here. I specify a repository from HuggingFace. I specify the model I want to use. And then when we create the image, we provide this information, right? So let's have a look on this create image method. Right now, I'm not using an Ollama container anymore. Right now, I'm using an Ollama HuggingFace container. This is one of the beauty things of test containers, that you can customize them. And this is what I did here. If we go to this Ollama HuggingFace container, we can see that extends from the original Ollama container. So I have exactly all what is provided by Ollama container, GPU capabilities, any configuration required. I have all of this, but I can add more things. What I'm adding? So here I'm including things that I need to run the HuggingFace container. For example, the HuggingFace model, sorry. For example, I'm downloading the HuggingFace CLI. After that, when the container is started, I'm using this CLI to download the specified model. And then I'm doing other steps here. You can take a look. This repository is public. I will share with all of you. But the nice thing here is that you don't have to care about that, because you just need to use the container. You just specify the container, provide the repository and the model, and start. And then, as before, we commit to the image, right? Then let me run this model. And in this case, I'm using a model that generates text. Again, I'm using the Ollama API, same way as before. And I'm asking to this model, what is the capital of France? And that's the response. The capital of France is Paris. Very good. Now we have a way to run any HuggingFace model using task containers. I have many more examples, but I have no more time. So please reach out. I can share these examples with you. We can talk about these examples. And, well, I love this topic, so I'm more than happy to talk about. Enjoy the rest of the talk, and thank you very much.
Woohoo! Thank you, Ignasi. Thank you.